Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kim. I'm a mum of 2 boys and I live here in the north with them and my husband. I love everything seasonal decorating, home, halls, decor, mum life. So if that's what you love too, please subscribe to my channel. I have decided today to go to Tesco and ASDA to check out their spring range. Now I know they have a bit of spring, especially the Stacey Solomon range that has been a bit of a hit in ASDA. So I'm off to have a look there and Tesco. To have a look at, primarily their spring things. I need a new spring wreath that I mentioned in the last video, and I do have bits for Easter, and I probably will end up picking up a few bits as well, but I'm definitely going to see some spring wreaths today and hopefully some spring decor. So that is my job today, so let's go.
Okay, so the first shop I went to was Asda, and I went straight to the Stacey Solomon section where I seen the olive leaf light up garlands for £15, the small candle holder and wreath for £10, and this small daffodil vase for £14, which I did think was expensive. They had corn husk wicker baskets for £12 and these lovely white bunny eared baskets for £8 as well. Now, they also had a wooden spring sign that said Hello Spring for £4. I thought it was a really good piece. It can be brought out year after year, and I thought it was a really nice touch to be added for spring. She had a mocha bunny cushion for £10 and these egg trees were £20. Now I think that was quite expensive considering they were quite small. She also had lots of other different things in a range, such as napkins, placemats, mugs and napkin holders. So after checking out her range, I then went over to the bedding aisle to see if they had any spring bedding, which they did, and some of the duvets started at £14. That was pretty much all that Asda had in terms of spring things. So I went straight over to Tesco, which you can see had a little bit more of a spring theme when it came to the likes of oven gloves and plate and teaspoon holders and different things like that. So they had lovely lilac colours there for the oven gloves, and then these are really nice. These were the spring mugs for £3 on the club card offer, and they had loads of little stems and different things like that also. Now this was only one of 2 wreaths that I actually found in Tesco, and if I'm honest, they wasn't very weatherproof and wasn't really the best quality. Now I actually spotted these down the homeware aisle, nowhere near the seasonal section at all. So, and these little beauties are actually going on sale next week. So I made my way over to their Easter section. It was a whole wall full of Easter bunting, Easter decorating, Easter bonnet decorating crafts, loads of different things like that, as well as loads of dress up costumes as well.
Right, so I'm back from Tesco and ASDA. I'm gonna say I wasn't massively impressed with the Stacey Solomon range at ASDA. I felt like it was really expensive for a supermarket and for what it was. I mean, £15 for a very plain green garland with no decorative pieces in there, just a generic green garland, and it was very slim. For £15, I think it was very expensive. You can get better ones, more decorative ones in the likes of the range, Home Bargains and different things like that. So I felt that her range in there for a supermarket was quite expensive. The same for her candle holder. That was quite small, and it wasn't a big, large candle holder as well. It did include the glass at the bottom, in between, in the centre, but that was £15 as well. I personally think that was really expensive for what it was. Like I said, you can get them much cheaper in the range and different things like that. So, yeah, that's just my personal opinion. I was really disappointed, to be honest. It wasn't that big of a range. And ASDA didn't seem to have a range either. They just kind of had little bits scattered here and there. I did see, like you would have seen on the video that I just put up, about the bedding. There was some bedding. There was some cushions, different things like that, but it wasn't a massive range. Now, I do understand it's a supermarket and that it's primarily food and different things like that, but they seem to have focused more on the Stacey Solomon range, which I think was quite expensive. So that's just my opinion. And the same goes for Tesco as well. I thought their range was really, really limited, and their prices was huge. Now, I know everybody's prices have gone up. They were literally competing against each other. They were charging £15 for their wreaths as well, which personally, especially the Tesco ones, their quality was shocking. They looked really, really cheap, and £15, it wasn't even a big one. It was quite a small wreath, and it was still £15. And like I said, the plastic looked really, really cheaply made. I was shocked at the price when I seen, especially the quality of the product as well. They wasn't very weatherproof. They looked like they would fall to pieces. So there was no way I could justify spending the £15 to go in my front door. Now, my front door isn't covered, so I need a really, really durable wreath that won't get weathered and will be, well, I'll need to throw away in a couple of weeks' time. I really want it to be year after year and be able to bring it out. Now, I do understand that things in England, we get the wind, we get the wet, we get the rain, we get the snow. So I do understand that things don't last that long, but I've had things in the past where I've popped them up and they have lasted weeks and weeks and weeks, and I have brought them out year after year, but there was no way I could justify that price for that product, so we didn't do that. Now, like I said, there was other things, especially in Tesco as well, but they was not on the same place. I felt like I had to hunt around Tesco to find the little nuggets of spring, whether that was a really nice Hello Spring cushion that you saw, or the bedding, or some, there was tulips in a white vase, different things like that. So they were there, but they wasn't together. So I felt I nearly missed them, and it's only by chance that I actually went down one of the aisles and I actually spotted them. So they need to have them all together, and then people will be able to see what they've actually got in there. But I did grab a few things from there. So what I got from Tesco was, now this is an Easter thing, but I did see it and I thought it was really, really sweet, and I haven't seen them before, and it was the Easter Bunny Ring Toss. Now you get one inflatable bunny rabbit at 20 to 48 centimetres in height, and you get 4 rings to toss over his head. So I got one of them. That was £3.50, and I thought for the price, it's really, really sweet. It can be tucked down and brought back later on for the year after and the year after. So it won't just be used like a craft product and then thrown away. We can use it again next year. And I've not actually seen anything like this for Easter. I've seen things like that for Christmas and different things like that, but for Easter, I've not seen. So I thought that was really, really cute, especially for our 6-year-old anyway. The next thing I bought was this stem. Now this stem is £3, and it's the exact same as the wreath that was in there. Now, as you can see, it's got little bits of cotton on, but as you can see, the quality just isn't great. And now I can justify buying this for £3, as it's going to go in my tiny little jug that I have on my coffee table in my tray. But for a whole wreath for £15, I think it's really bad. Now, I don't know whether you can see the quality on this, but I just didn't feel like the quality justified £15 for a wreath. So, I mean, it's up to you. It's really sweet, and it's got really nice spring colours, which I will be using as a little touch. For the £3, I can justify £15. That is going to get weathered and battered and be thrown out in a few weeks. I can't. But so we got this, and they were the only 2 things that I actually got from Tesco. The rest that I did actually buy from ASDA. So I did pick up some bits in there. So the first thing I did buy was these little mugs. So they have a sage green handle and they have little bunny rabbits all the way around, and they have a sage green trim as well. They're really good quality. They actually was good quality, and they were £3.50 a mug, which I thought was quite good. They are not tiny, probably looks a bit tiny on this, but they're not tiny, they're not big. I think this is actually a really good coffee mug. It's a really nice size, and like I said, the quality does actually feel quite good. So I bought 2 of them for £3.50. They don't scream Easter, and it was the nearest thing to spring that I could actually find, and I thought the actual colours and the sweet little bunnies on there was fine for spring, so I got 2 of them. And the last thing I did buy was a spring sign. Now this was £4, and it says Hello Spring. It's in a wooden frame, which you can see, and it's sage green as well. Now this was £4. I've been looking for a sign like this similar, so I was quite happy to see this when I did. And I thought for £4 it was actually a good price compared to the other things in the range. But yeah, I did buy this one because it was really nice, and that will go on my coffee table in my little wicker tray. So that is a really nice little touch for spring. And like I said, it's not Easter, it says spring. So I thought that was a really nice little spring touch to pop in our home. So I picked up one of these, and that is pretty much it for this little video in terms of haul. But yeah, take a look. But next week I'm going to have a look at Home Bargains and B&M and see if we can finally get that spring wreath and find out what they've got in them shops as well. But for now, that's what we've got. So take care, see you soon, bye.